Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jane. I'm a life coach, a women's coach. In this channel I speak a lot about self-development, understanding the self, how to grow, how to glow, how to become the best version of yourself and achieve your highest goals and dreams in life. Today will be a very inspiring topic for you since the Christmas and New Year is here. We're starting a new chapter in our lives, let's say like that. I always like to imagine it in this way, that with the new year I kind of start a new chapter. So in a few days we will be celebrating the new year. And that is why I decided to make this inspirational video for you, how you can transform your reality, how you can make your dreams come true in 2025. This topic is very familiar to me, as all my life I've been manifesting my dreams and goals very easily through the inner work, through some tools and tips, practices that I will be sharing in this video. So at the end of this video you will understand how you can transform your reality, shift your identity, become the dream self, and have all your desired dreams and goals really come true. So let's start. I have a short plan here that I wrote with the points. As we move to 2025, it's the time where you can really start over and basically have that clean slate. The divine feminine woman, she is really connected to her vision. She knows exactly what she wants and what she desires in life. In every area of her life, she is connected with that inner desires within her, and she feels and knows where she's going. The dark feminine energy that knows exactly what she wants from her life, and she's gonna get it no matter what, as she knows deep down that she deserves that 100%, and she can manifest her biggest dreams and desires through her feminine energy. It is very important to have a vision, to know what do you really want from your life? What do you really want from your relationships, from your career, from your health, from your body? Where do you want to live? How do you see your home? Where do you see yourself maybe in 5 years? I love to do these practices and inner work with myself once in a while, where I really connect deeply with myself, with my soul, with my higher self. And I connect to those desires of mine, write a huge vision of how I want my life to be in the nearest future. I actually brought my book today. It is the Book of Life. This is how I call it. And here I write my vision for life, what I want, how I see myself, and in 5 years and 10 years, what would my dream life would look like, what would my dream day would look like in 5 years. I have this special part of the book where I share the day when I wake up and I'm 32, and I share how this day is gonna look like, who I will be there, with whom I will spend this day, and how. I wrote this, I think, a few years ago, and I'm just rereading this each time I feel like I'm getting lost a little bit in life and I am losing the direction. Of course, your dreams and your vision may change slightly, but it is very cool to do something like that and to have the Book of Life like I do, where you can always come when you feel lost, maybe when you lost the track or the right direction in your life and you don't know where to go. You can simply come back to the book like that and basically see what kind of vision you hold for yourself, what kind of vision your higher self wrote to you. This book really inspires me, and whenever I feel that I lost the connection with that higher self, that I lost the connection with that divine feminine in me that has dreams, that has desires, I always come back to this book and I know what needs to be done. So first I have a vision here of how I see myself in 10 years. And then I have certain little goals that needs to be kind of accomplished or achieved in order for me to get to that point B. It is not only the vision here, but also steps that I can do if I want to get there. And those steps are written from a very inspired and motivated place. As I was writing that book, and I was basically just embodying that higher self that I want to be in 10 years. And I was writing from her perspective, let's say. So these steps came to me when I embodied the energy of that future version of me. This is very interesting exercise. It is also called quantum coaching. When you connect to different versions of yourselves in the future or in the past. In the past, you can heal the past by connecting to your childhood, for example, and changing the scenarios that you went through when you were a kid. So this you do with a coach. You can do it with me on the session. And this is how we heal childhood trauma. Or we can go to the future and we can envision who you are in the future. What is that version of you would recommend you or advise you to do in order to get to that point B, to that desired reality that you dream of so much. I do those practices often, especially when it comes to the new year or when it is my birthday, as you kind of start that new year and you want to enter the year with the right energy. The first important tip that I want to share with you today is that if you want to transform your reality and finally get to those dreams that you always had in your mind but they never manifested, you need to have a clear vision of what you want from your life. In order to manifest something, in order to start moving the reality and bringing all of those beautiful desires into life, you need to know exactly what do you want from your life. And in order to understand what do you want from your life, you need to connect with yourself, with your soul, with that higher version of you. So this is tip number 1. Write a vision for yourself. Sit down, make a nice coffee or tea. Take your favorite notebook. Buy a notebook. Buy a nice notebook and write down that vision. How do you want to have your life in 2025? What are the little steps that needs to be done in order to achieve that desired future of yours? Write it down and you can always come back to that vision during the year. And this book will be sort of your guide during the year that will be pointing you back to what needs to be done in order to get what you want. Now we're moving back to tip number 2. If you want to change your reality, if there is a certain dream or desire that you want to manifest, so the real change comes to us when we shift our identity. So that is why people come to coaching and they take long programs in coaching. In one session, it is really hard to change someone's identity through the inner work. But through series of sessions, the coach can help you basically transform that identity of yours. How our identity is transformed? Our identity is transformed when we first change our thoughts. Second, as a result of the change of the thoughts, we change our behaviors. And through the change of behaviors, we shift our identity. How can it work in real life? First, you need to work with your negative self-beliefs about yourself. And in this work, you do a lot of practices that are focused on your mind, on your thoughts. So you do meditations, for example, where you sort of reprogram yourself to become the new version. You can do guided meditations. It's a very cool practice and tool that can help you shift your beliefs about yourself. And there are plenty of them in the YouTube you can find that are related to your particular topic, to your particular desire. When you start meditating daily and reprogramming your mind on who you truly are, for example, you do every morning the meditation, the guided meditation on your divine feminine energy, which has all of those affirmations that change your beliefs about yourself. So when you do that, you kind of reprogram your mind to become the new version of yourself through those beliefs that you hear daily about yourself. Just this is not enough. You may meditate so many long hours, but might not see a result because your identity didn't change yet. And in order to change your identity, you need to start shifting your behaviors. So once you changed your thoughts, once you have a new belief about yourself, you need to kind of add the action there and start behaving like that version that you want to become, that you want to embody. How you can do that is that you ask yourself, what would that version of me would do? How would she behave? You can also do that in the coaching sessions. That is why I invite you to join a program with me where we would kind of reprogram your mind, yourself, your identity through the tips. My support, when you shift your thoughts, then you start changing your behaviors. And when you change your behavior, you are able to change your identity. Through the little action steps, through the change of the thoughts, of the beliefs that you hold within yourself, then you can shift your identity. For example, I really wanted to be a YouTuber. I really wanted to film videos. But it was so hard for me to start at the first place because I was not embodying the identity of the YouTuber. And it was so hard for me to shift to that role as I was never doing that. So what I started to do first, I was working a lot with my mind. It was happening this summer. I was doing a lot of meditations, imagining myself having that YouTube channel, imagining myself sharing with the people, serving others through my knowledge, through my insights. I was just imagining that through the guided meditations and through my own meditations of how I would be doing that. But that was not enough. First, I shifted my mind, I shifted my beliefs. I allowed myself to believe that I can do this through those meditations. And then I started adding the action, which is the behavior. I started filming videos every single week. And at first it was so hard for me to speak in front of the camera, to tell in front of everyone who I am, what am I doing, and share my deepest insights, stories, my journey here with you. First, it was very scary, but I started adding the action to my inner work with the thoughts. And what happened now is that I feel like I already started shifting into the identity of being a YouTuber. Now for me it feels normal to say to others that I'm a YouTuber and I do the videos for YouTube, as I kind of embodied that energy through the mind work and action, mind's action. And this is how you can achieve everything you want in your life. First, you create a vision. You work with your mind. You reprogram yourself. You clear all of those negative self-beliefs of who you are, that programming that you received when you were a kid, probably from the society, from your parents. You clear that all through the meditation, through the practices. And then you can add new beliefs about yourself. And you can choose whatever you want. Depends on your vision. Depends on what you want to get to in your life. Also, one of the amazing tools that I use every single day and that transformed my reality and worked so many times in my life, honestly, is the journaling, the practice of journaling. Every day I sit in the morning. I try to do it every day. Now I had a break for months as I was doing mainly meditations every morning instead of that. But usually my morning routine is journaling. And this is a very powerful routine. As every morning I take my journal. I have another book for that, by the way. And I write down 3 pages. 3 pages of my thoughts. So first, when I was starting doing that, I was writing just my thoughts. And this practice really brought me out from the depression. It was 3 years ago when I was in a deep depression. So the practice of journaling really healed me, as every morning I was writing down all of my thoughts that were in my mind. And through that self-reflection, I was able to come to conclusions of what I deeply want, as I wasn't feeling my soul back then. I was so reprogrammed with all of the beliefs that I had from my childhood, and I was living in that programming. I was living with those beliefs that were not mine. So once I started doing this self-reflection every morning, writing down all of my thoughts, all of my pain, I started realizing that this is not my programming, and I can reprogram myself through this journal. So what I started to do at the end, first I was just writing my pain, my thoughts, and then through that I started connecting with myself more and more, with my soul, with what I truly want. I have goosebumps as it really brought me out of the depression. And then I started connecting with my vision, with my desires, with my dreams, and writing them down every day. I remember I was writing every day that I'm constantly traveling around the world. So I was reprogramming myself. I was reprogramming my reality. And you know what happened? In the last 2 years, I've been traveling constantly around the world. So everything that I was envisioning for myself in that book, I manifested. as I was reprogramming myself and making myself believe that everything is possible and it is already mine. So I was writing in the present moment those affirmations or sentences that I'm very happy, I am full of joy, I am full of happiness, I'm traveling around the world, I live in front of the ocean, in nature. And then I moved to Bali. After I did that journaling for like half a year of that reprogramming that I live in front of the ocean, in the nature, I moved to Bali. And I was also traveling constantly around the world. So this is how I manifested my reality. As first I reprogrammed myself here. I made myself believe that this is possible for me, that the life I desire is real and that I deserve it. I took away all of that negative programming that was given me by my parents, for example. And I started having my own vision and set of my own beliefs about what I can have in my life. And each time I do that, I always manifest a desired future. It is like that magical practice, but this is not the magic. You just reprogram yourself. And when you change your beliefs of who you are and what you're capable of, you can start shifting your actions, your behaviors. And when you shift your behaviors, when you start acting daily, doing little steps that are aligned with your vision, with your thoughts, and that desired outcome that you want to have, you transform your reality and you shift your identity. So from that point, you know 100% that you are capable of living the life you desire. So when I moved to Bali, when I started traveling around the world, now sitting here, I understand that this is all possible for me and I can easily go wherever I want because I already did it once, so I can do it twice. As I shifted my identity, and now in my identity, this is something normal to travel constantly. This is something normal to live in a sunny environment. But this is the inner work that you do. And this is so beautiful as you can manifest whatever you want to your life through that inner work. Also how I manifested and created my YouTube channel. It was a lot of inner work done. A lot of reprogramming. I'm gonna be finishing this video with a thought, with a phrase, with a suggestion. Start connecting with that version of yourself that you want to become. If you want, come to my personal coaching session and I will help you to connect with that version, to hear what do you truly want? What do you truly desire from maybe a certain area of your life? Maybe how do you want to be in the relationships? What kind of relationships you want? And reprogram the set of limiting beliefs to clear them out and create the new ones. And once you connect to that vision of who you want to be, of your higher self, then you can start acting and thinking like that version. So ask yourself, what would that version of me that I desire to be would do? How would she behave? What would be in her mind, in her thoughts? And you can start changing yourself based on that identity that you want to embody. But first you need to connect with that identity. with that vision and know that this is 100% what you truly desire, and everything is possible. I am that example that shifted my identity so many times. If you would see me 6 years ago, I was a completely different person. I was a completely different woman. And through my life, I was always able to change my reality and to come to the biggest dreams in life. I always had crazy ideas. And once I get to a certain dream, I wouldn't stop until I manifest it. As I know that you're capable of having whatever you want, and you can achieve that through that inner work, through those practices. I have so many of other dreams that I want to manifest right now in my life. And this gives you a sense of purpose. This gives you this light in everyday life, that inspiration when you have a certain vision for your career. How do you want to see your career? Or your relationships? How do you want to have your partnership? What kind of family life you're envisioning for yourself? Health, body, beauty. This is also what you can manifest to life. I've been always doing that as well. Creating my dream body. It was not only the work of the action, it was also the work of the mind. I need to actually create another video about that, about the body, about health, because it is also a beautiful experience that I can share with you of how I transformed my body through that inner work and through that vision. I'm gonna be finishing this video here. If you would like to work with me personally, if you would like me to help you find that vision, create it for yourself, connect with that side of you, that higher version that already knows all the answers, that already knows what you truly desire right now from your life, then you can sign up one-on-one consultation with me, or you can come to the 8 weeks program where we will be diving deeper and we'll be shifting and transforming your identity, making your dream reality come true. My dear friends, Happy New Year! I wish you all the best. I wish all of your desires and dreams to come true. And most importantly, I wish you to be healthy, happy, and be surrounded by your loved ones. This is the most important thing. So I wish you that. If you like this video, if this video inspired you, motivated you, put a like, write a comment. I really appreciate it always. It makes me really happy to hear your stories. Subscribe to this channel, as there will be many more beautiful insights and transformations, sharings from me. I'm also having a big shift in my life that will start happening very soon. So there will be a lot of inspiring videos with the new energy I will be embodying in that journey. Stay tuned, and I will see you in my next video.